You don't need to go to Niagara Falls when you can eat some Brian balls.
What's up, guys? This is OBV, the diecast news guy, and welcome, guys. After a month long of nothing to do but being at the Indy 500 trip, I'm finally back with some NASCAR diecast news, and man, we got a lot of stuff to talk about. This is probably gonna be the shortest introduction I'm ever gonna do because, like I said, guys, we're probably gonna be here for a good hour or so. So hope you guys already got your piss breaks out of the way and got something to eat because this is gonna be a jam-packed episode, guys. We got diecast to be talking about, some new 2019 diecast from our good friends at Lionel Racing and Play B Sales. We got a crap load of pre-orders, which includes, many race wins, a lot of patriotic schemes, and the start of a lot of Dawn's and Throwback schemes. So this is going to be great. And with also all that in mind, we do got 14 cancellations to be talking about in this episode, guys. So yeah, this is absolutely awesome. I mean, hope you guys are going to enjoy this. Hopefully this has been well worth the wait, and I do apologize for the long wait, but glad to have things back up and running, and more importantly, I'm proud to give you guys this new episode of the NASCAR Diecast News, which will commence right now, and without further ado, let's go ahead and get to that slideshow. Alrighty, everybody, this is OBB, the Diecast News Guy. Welcome, everybody, to the NASCAR Diecast News, where we're going to talk everything about NASCAR Diecast, and more importantly, what's new in the Diecast world for NASCAR. So let's go and get things started with our newly released diecast from our good friends at Play and B Sales, and also at your local diecast dealers as well. As usual, we're going to start off with the 164s and get on way to the 124s. So, in the numerical order, let's go and get things started, guys. So first one up, we got Matt Kenseth's 2018 Oscar Mayer Ford Fusion. So this is a 2018 card that's also available in the 124 ARC scale as well. So this is one of those later releases that we usually get every year, particularly this one for sure, because you guys do remember this car actually run at the 2018 Southern 500. Even though I kind of find it funny that Lionel didn't put, didn't promote this car as a Don's throwback car, since technically he did ran with the throwback attentions and all that. So I mean, I think I'm not quite sure if he ran any other races in that scheme, but that scheme is mostly notorious. I mean, guys, I mean, this is a beautiful paint scheme. Don't get me wrong. It is cool to see, one of Roush's old sponsors come back and support this team. So that's really cool. But man, really missed opportunity. They could have done a Mark Martin throwback with Oscar Mayer, and it was the 6th car as well. So big missed opportunity. I mean, I know they're doing a Mark Martin throwback for this year, but it's not the one I was thinking of, particularly in 2005, the Kraft car, if you guys remember that, or the one that he drove in 2002 or 2003. Excuse me. Read down the wrong hole for a second. Oh, that's what she said. But anyways, guys, this is a really nice looking car, and I probably do recommend getting it as we're gonna get back to business now. Next one up, we got some Chase Elliott win diecast, guys, and we got the Napa Dover race win, and this is a really nice looking car that we also got available in the 124 scale as well. This is also going to be released in NASCAR Authentics Wave 4, so I did recently just talk about this car. If you guys want more in-depth reviews on that, feel free to check out my Wave 4 review, my thoughts and opinions about Wave 4, since you guys like that a lot. But yeah, this is a really nice looking car. I'm glad they made it in the Gold Series. It's kind of not surprising, but first time, this is probably the first of many times we're going to see that Napa car in Victory Lane, because, can't go wrong with the Napa car, man. And this one also has the playoff emoji on it and the green playoff banners as well. Of course, there's no Monster Energy logos because, can't put them on the 164s and also the 124s as well because the Monster Energy licensing. So I still get questions about that, so they answered your question right there. And that continues to go along with the other race to win that just came out as well. To go along with this, we got Chase Elliott's number 9 Mountain Dew Kansas race win. So another great addition for all those hardcore Chase Elliott fans. You guys probably already know who my friends are who are big Chase Elliott fans, if you guys saw the Napa review. But, yeah, really liking this car a lot. I like the confetti on this. It looks really makes this car pop out a lot, even though the metallic green just looks absolutely amazing. That's the only car that they did not screw up the sparkle finish on. So glad to see Lionel didn't do that with this Dew car. So awesome to hear. Next up, we got the last 2018 card to be released in this wave of diecast. We still got a few more, but not for the next episode, guys. We got Kyle Larson's 2018 number 42 McDonald's Halloween Chevrolet Camaro ZL1. So I believe he did drove this at, I want to say the Martinsville race. I could be wrong. The playoff race. Definitely he ran this car somewhere, I believe. I mean, we got a lot of stuff to talk about, so I apologize if some stuff is going to be inaccurate, but just really want to, this is like catch-up time for me on the YouTube channel, so yeah, but, oh yeah, this does have green playoff emojis, so yeah, I kind of know what I'm talking about, kind of. My God. But anyways, guys, this is a really nice looking car. I'm glad we got another purple Kyle Larson car. We haven't had a purple Larson car, I believe, since his Viva Vantage car from a few years back. So really cool to see that return. I mean, you can't go wrong with purple cars, am I right, Daveland? Oh man. If you guys haven't already, you guys probably know who he is. Check him out. He's a great friend of mine. But yeah, really nice looking car. Would recommend this for all the Larson Nation fans out there. And can I get a hell yeah from all the Larson Nation fans in the comments? I mean, that's what's up. But that wraps up on the 2018 164s, and now the moment we've been waiting for, guys. We finally got some new 2019 164s released, and here we go, guys. This is going to be exciting right here. Finally we got some. After, what has been such a long run for the NASCAR diecast season for 2019. So here we go, guys. The first one up, we got Kevin Harvick's number 4 Mobile 1 Ford Mustang. So one of the first Ford Mustangs to come out in the Gold Series. This one right here, definitely a very unique scheme. Is it my favorite? I mean, I don't know, guys. I would like to see them go back to the Pegasus scheme. That's just my opinion. This, I mean, the render didn't really do its justice, but this looks not bad. I mean, I think the flame just looks really odd. It's different, don't get me wrong. Some people might like it, but I don't know. This scheme is, I don't know. It's a little weird. I think if the gray was a little more faded, then I think it would work, but it just sticks out like a sore thumb, and it just looks very odd. But that's just my opinion. Feel free to comment below what you guys think about that Mobile 1 car. Next up, we got the first Hemrick car released in the Gold Series, which is not his Bass Pro Shops car, like we talked about in the last few episodes with those preview pictures. It's actually his Liberty National car, so pretty surprising to get this car in. Easily would have thought this car got canceled, but it didn't, so really cool. This is going to be one of many Daniel Hemrick cars that are going to be coming out, since he has a crap load of sponsors, so it's pretty amazing. But watch out for Tyler Reddick. He's probably going to take some of those sponsors if Hemrick doesn't keep up the pace. You know, I wouldn't be too worried about Hemrick yet. He's still trying to get his shoes wet, so I understand. You know, NASCAR's always been so rough on these rookies lately. It's crazy. So much pressure, dang it. But yeah, this car does look really nice. I mean, I'm really digging that 8. I mean, some people still don't like that 8 because it looks like, you know, a football jersey number. But it's starting to grow on me, and you know, this scheme definitely works. I think it works out pretty well. It's nice and bright and vibrant and very simple, and you know, I think it works out pretty well. So I think the Hemrick fans will like this one for sure. Next up, we got a lot more. These next, what, like 5 I'm about to show you? Yeah, I can count. Are all Ford Mustang diecast, so let's get the hype going in the chat, guys. I know you guys are excited for some Ford Mustang diecast. We got Eric Almirola's number 10 Smithfield Ford Mustang. Oh, man, who doesn't love the bacon car, am I right? Even though this car doesn't look like bacon, boy, oh boy. Also, this car is available also in the 124 scale as well. I like to point that out because there are you know, the 124 collectors don't really get that much shine here on the diecast news, so decided to, you know, give a little shout out to those 124 collectors if there's any of you guys left, because I know the market for the 124s are very low compared to the 164s. But back on topic, guys. I'm getting really off topic on these cars, but I'm just so excited to do the diecast news again after a month hiatus. So just thankful, guys, very thankful, and I'm glad you guys are still tuning into this after 8 freaking years. But anyways, we're talking about diecast, aren't we? Yes, the Smithfield car. Really nice addition. I mean, it definitely, this is one of these schemes that, you know, it worked on the Ford Fusion body. It looks even more badass in the Ford Mustang body. So, you know, great job. I'm glad that I mean, they changed the scheme just a little bit, but it still grew on to me. I'm sure next year they'll probably change it because people are complaining that the scheme is very similar. But, you know, can't go wrong with this car. Very nice addition. These next three I'm about to show you are all Clint Boyer diecast, so the Boyer fans, you guys are in luck. You're getting a lot of diecast released and you're at the dealers now. We got the blue Def car that is now released. Pretty surprising to see a blue Def car make a return. Man, it brings back the days when good old Mikey drove the blue Def car. But by the way, that car is really hard to find. That number 66 car that he drove in 164 scale. Yeah, I mean, put a comment below if you guys have that car, because that car is really rare now. But yeah, that'd be a great addition to go along with that. Another great addition will be the Pete car, which is right here to go along with that, so pretty appropriate. Also, the blue Def car is also available in the 124 scale, like I just mentioned. So really nice looking additions that we got. But this Pete car definitely, you can't go wrong with this car as well, guys. I mean, I think it looks a little bit more better than the blue Def car. Just because, you know, Peak always has those finishes that they always have a nice blue metallic finish to these cars, and this one right here looks really nice. So I probably recommend getting this car as well. Sorry if I'm breaking all your guys' wallets, because there's a lot of cool diecast to showcase on this episode. We also got Clint Boyer's Rush Truck Center's car that's making a return. I mean, same scheme as last year's. I mean, not as exciting as the others, but still a nice looking car. The dandelion yellow does look nice with the Ford Mustang body, so really nice addition. We got Ricky Stenhouse Jr.'s Fifth Third Bank car. Finally, it's released in the Gold Series. But you guys probably already have this car if you guys had the Daytona 500 wave or the Wave 3 wave, because this car was released way before the Gold Series car came out, but that's available. And the last car to be talking about for the 2019 164s, we got Alex Bowman's number 88 Lumar window film. And holy crap, might I say, this is an ugly paint scheme. I mean, watch, there's gonna be like that one person or that a few people are like, oh, I think this scheme looks cool. Ugh. I don't know, man. There is just so much I have to take on this scheme. Just, I think the blue numbers is what throws me off. Like, why blue? Why did you put blue numbers on on this scheme? It does not go right. It is so tacky, man. Oh, man. Man, talk about damage control, man. I mean, I know the Lumar window film car. I mean, the paint scheme last year was really cool, but that car was considered a throwback. I don't know why. Hopefully this car's not going to be at the throwback race. Hopefully they'll have an appropriate Bowman paint scheme for a throwback. I'm hoping, because God almighty, this car is ugly. Very ugly. I feel sorry for the people who have to see this car whenever there's races. Hopefully never, but yeah. Sorry to trash talk about this car, guys, but this car is really tacky. But that wraps up on the 164s, and now let's get on to the 124s, guys, and we're going to be talking about the 124 exclusives in this wave, and 3 of them in particular of the 5 I'm about to show you are going to be a little biased, since I am a fan of these two Cup drivers. So you probably already know. So just warning you guys, bias alert is coming. So we got Ryan Blaney's number 12 Pennzoil Charlotte Roval win. That's finally available in the 124 scale in the Elite version as well. This car is really cool, man. I mean, I did mention talking about this car. If you guys didn't saw my review on the 164 NASCAR Thanks version, go and check it out, because I'm probably not going to get, I'm not going to review the 124. I am planning to get it, because I do need to get my Ryan Blaney collection going. I only have 3 124s, and I call myself a Blaney fan. So, you know, this would be a nice addition, especially for all the newcomers who are a Blaney fan now. I know there's a lot of you guys out there. And another great addition to go along with the Blaney collection is his Wrangler Riggs workwear car. Try saying that 3 times fast. Wrangler Riggs workwear. Wrangler Riggs workwear. Oh, man. This is going to be a great episode, guys. I have a lot of enthusiasm and energy on this episode, so hopefully you guys are going to be quite entertained for this hour. God almighty, I mean, if I keep just talking and dragging, it's going to be more than an hour, so let's get a move on, Mr. LaFleur. Yeah, this is a really nice paint scheme, guys. I mean, I know the playoff emojis kind of ruined it a little bit, but this car is so vibrant, man. The red on this is just like, I don't know, it's like an apple cherry red, you know what I mean? It's just so bright in your face, and the white rims really gives it a nice touch. God almighty, if they just got rid of that freaking playoff emoji, man, it would look so much better. Hey, who's got a bright red paint pen or a Sharpie? I could just cross that out. But then again, you'll have that big gap in the middle, so oh well. But still a really nice looking car, regardless. I mean, this is a really cool car. I'm looking forward to get the 164 scale when that comes out very soon. Next up, we got Kyle Busch, number 18, M&M's Richmond race win. So you can't go wrong with Kyle Busch. I mean, Richmond, one of his, you know, Kyle Busch is so notorious for winning at Bristol and Richmond. It's not even out of the question anymore. So this is a great win as well. It's a playoff win as well, but I believe also his ISM M&M's win should be coming out momentarily as well. So tune in for that, guys. This one in particular, the next one I'm about to show you, is super hard to find now. Like, this card dried up not even like a month after it got released. This was released back in May, guys, but it is the Martin Truex Jr. Auto Owners Insurance Sherry Strong car. Good luck trying to find this car. I feel like an idiot not pre-ordering this car, because I haven't, I mean, to be honest with you guys, I haven't done pre-ordering since 2017. So, you know, I'm quite a hypocrite, even though I tell you guys to pre-order and I don't pre-order, so. The diecast news exposed. It has exposed. But in all seriousness, guys, this is a really nice looking car. But like I just said, good luck finding this car. You're going to have to pay a good amount of money to get this car, guys, because there was a limited time supply of this car getting made. I think only like 500 or so of this car got made. And it's a 124 exclusive, guys. The 164 got canceled, but who knows? Maybe Lionel will surprise us, because we're still getting 2018 diecast in 2019 waves. But yeah, really nice additions, guys. And to go along with all the, to go appropriately, I mean, Lionel timed this perfectly, guys, with the Roval Cup win and the Sherry Strong car that ran at the Roval. We got Chase Briscoe's 98 Xfinity Roval win. This is a, you know, very basic car, and for paint scheme wise, but really cool to finally see a Chase Briscoe Xfinity win. This was his first Xfinity win ever, and looks really nice. However, though, if you guys have seen the little winners trading card that comes with this, that has an error. I'm not going to say too much of what the error is, but let's just say, last time I checked, the Roval is in North Carolina and not in Ohio. That's all I got to say right there. If you guys know what it is, then congratulations. You are pretty damn smart. But that's going to wrap up on the 124s, guys. And now, let's get on to the lightning round. We got to talk about some pre-orders, guys. I got to talk about 45 freaking pre-orders, and usually I go through the race wins first, but since we have so much to talk about and to make it so much easier for you guys, let's just go in numerical order, guys. So here we go. This is going to be quick, and hopefully you guys are going to pay attention because I'm going to go through these really quickly, and hopefully we can get through this together. So deep breaths, guys. Let's get this done. So first one up, we got an ARCA diecast on for pre-order. It is Ed Pompa's #1 Clemson University National Champions car. Yeah, this is a really surprising car. I mean, I don't think it's going to make it in the cancellation. It probably will get canceled since no one has no idea who the hell Ed Pompa is. But if there's any people out there who know who Ed Pompa is, then what are you waiting for? Get this car in the pre-order, guys. I mean, this car is available in both scales, so get it done, guys. If you want more ARCA diecasts like we did last year with Linnea Hunter and Natalie Decker, so let's get it done, people. We also got Michael Annette's #1 Baby Ruth Xfinity throwback. This is an iconic throwback to Jeff Gordon's old ride from many years ago. What, like in 1992 when he drove for Bill Davis. So really cool to see actually the sponsor Baby Ruth to return to NASCAR. So that is going to be, I mean, heck, if we're going to get a Michael Annette car finally produced, this is probably the one right here since he's doing a throwback to the man, the myth, the legend, Jeff Gordon. We also got Sheldon Creed's #2 United Rentals truck. This is available for pre-order in both scales, so really cool to see our first GMS racing truck being produced in both scales. It was bound to happen eventually, guys. Still haven't heard anything about Johnny Sauter doesn't drive for GMS anymore, but keep an eye on the other GMS driver we're going to be talking about soon, and let's just give you a hint, he was the former champion from last year. We got to also talk about Tyler Reddick's, we got a Tyler Reddick diecast to be talking about. This is his Roland DG card that he surprisingly won at the Xfinity race at Talladega. So this car definitely has a lot of nice damage to it. It's going to be a great addition to go along with his championship car from Homestead, which if you guys saw the diecast renders and the official first looks from Liner Racing's Affix, man, they did a great job with that, and those are decal damages that they did, but really nice additions that we got going on right here for those cars. On top of that, guys, we also got some Brad Keselowski diecast we talked about. We got his #2 Miller Lite Patriotic car. It's the same car as just like last year's, but it's on the Ford Mustang body, so that's available for pre-order. We also got his #2 Worth car that he won at Kansas, so I mean, a lot of people really love that Worth scheme, so even better, it's going to be in a raced version car, so can't go wrong with that, guys. Next up, we got to talk about the Yeet car. I can't believe I just said that. Yes, the Yeet car. Kevin Harvick's #4 Busch Millennial car. Yeah, a diecast made of our generation, guys. That is, you know, that's quite concerning, but pretty hilarious at the same time. Busch Beer definitely kept their word, I must say. I'm probably going to start drinking a lot more Busch now since they kept their word. This car is interesting. I mean, I almost want to say this car is very lit. Okay, enough of those bad puns, Brian. But for real, this car is available on the pre-order list. We also got we got some Oscar Mayer cars we talk as well, guys. No, not Matt Kenseth, because, you know, he's retired now. Ryan Newman. We got his Patriotic car that is, that he just recently ran at the Coke 600. That's available for pre-order, so, you know, I must say this is quite of a hot dog car to get. Here we go with the puns again. And we also got his throwback car for Oscar Mayer, which is an interesting throwback to Mark Martin's 1980 and 1990 cars. So really cool that they decided to do this car. They even got the font right, but the colors are wrong on this. But it's going to the Oscar Mayer colors, so can't complain. Speaking of some more throwbacks, we got to talk about Dale Earnhardt Jr. coming out of retirement, and he is going to be racing in the #8 Hellman's Xfinity throwback for one race only at the I almost said Southern 500, but this is the Xfinity race, Brian, not the Cup Series. He will be racing this at the Darlington Raceway for the NASCAR Xfinity Series, guys. So this is definitely going to be a hot seller. I mean, I believe this is actually a throwback to to Dale Sr.'s 1985 Xfinity cars. So yeah, really nice looking car, I must say. I mean, a lot of people, there was a lot of cryptic messages about this car, and it was only a matter of time that, you know, it was gonna get released. So, you know, you can't go wrong with that. Really nice looking car. Next up, we got Jeff Burton's number 8 LS Tractor Xfinity Chevrolet Camaro Z. I almost said ZL1, but Chevy Camaro. Yeah, another Jeff Burton diecast to be released. Probably gonna get canceled, but this one was definitely a big surprise. But I don't know if this car's gonna make it, but I do like to see some surprises. We also got Daniel Hemrick's number 8 Poppy Bank. Like I just mentioned, Hemrick is racking up those sponsors like crazy, guys. This is gonna be an interesting car. I mean, if it ends up getting made. Yeah, you know, I like the orange in this car. It looks really nice. I'm trying to think when I believe he's going to be driving this. I believe he's driving this in the road course race, if I'm not mistaken. Probably Sonoma, if I had to guess. It definitely, I don't know, it feels like a car that you would drive at the road course races. I don't know, I'm just guessing. Next up, we got Chase Elliott's iconic number 9 Little Caesars car. And to go along with that, we also got the car that this is the same scheme that he won with his Talladega car. Both cars are available for pre-order, the standard version and the race version. Also available in both scales because, you know, it's Chase Elliott. It's going to sell. We also got his Napa Brakes Chevrolet Camaro ZL1. That is going to be a nice hot seller. A lot of people, once they first saw that scheme, they're like, dang, that's going to be a nice car to get. And it will, guys. Really cool that, you know, we got a different, I mean, we've had the Napa Brakes scheme before, but it was similar to the Napa scheme, but they actually changed the scheme, man. I must say, looks really nice. And we got some more throwbacks, guys. This one is going to be a nice throwback to be talking about, and it is on the pre-order list, guys. It is Aragon Roll's number 10 Smithfield Don's Throwback, which is doing a throwback to Tony Stewart, guys, in one of his championship cars that he drove in 2002. So really nice looking car, guys. I mean, this is so awesome that they're doing a throwback to all of his championship cars, guys, from 2002, 2005, and 2011, which we'll get onto the others very shortly. You guys probably know who are doing the throwbacks because this is old news. But we also got some Ryan Blaney diecast as well on the pre-order list. We got his Dent Wizard car. This is a brand new sponsor for Team Penske. Really nice addition. Hopefully there won't be any dents on this diecast. Here we go again. And his Dex Imaging car as well. So same scheme as last year, but it's on the Ford Mustang body, so it'll be a great car to get. Then we're going to talk about Clint Bohr's Rush Truck Center's throwback, which is another Tony Stewart throwback to his 2011 championship. And I must say, I'm glad Mobile One decided to come on board with this, since, you know, Mobile One was around with Tony Stewart. So this car, almost accurate. They couldn't get off the steeple, of course, but, you know, Rush Truck Center's got to give them some credit. Their scheme, man, definitely brings back memories, man. The 2011 still feels very recently, but no, it's been a while, guys. And I think some people might say it's a little early to do this throwback, but you know what, guys? This looks great on the Gen 6 cars, so I can't complain. This is a really nice throwback. We also got his Taco Warranty car, or Toco Warranty. I mean, did I said Taco? Oh, Jesus. Yeah, there's a warranty for tacos, apparently. Nice vibrant scheme. Kind of reminds me of like those what's that bird that's on the Fruit Loop commercials, like Toucan Sam or whatever. That's what this car reminds me of. We'll just call this the Toucan Sam car. Am I right? Let's get it blowing up in the chat, guys. The Toucan Sam car. Oh man. Man, I'm having too much fun. We also got Rick Stenhouse Jr.'s Fastenal Patriotic car. I know Darian's not gonna like this car, since, you know, Fastenal and Black Flags Matters are not really the best combination. So this car is probably gonna be canceled for that matter, because, you know, Fastenal, the most hated sponsor in the NASCAR community. We also got Harrison Burton's number 18 Dex Imaging Xfinity car. So really cool to see another Dex Imaging car on board, especially for Harrison Burton. This is I believe this is actually his first start car, if I'm not mistaken, for the Xfinity series. So glad to see they made that. We also got Kyle Busch's number 18 M&M's Hazelnut Spread car. That's available for pre-order. And to go along with the Hazelnut Spread car, he just recently won this paint scheme at the very boring, not exciting Pocono race. I mean, yeah, I will say that. Yeah. Nothing happened at the Pocono race. Nothing happened. But apparently this car is available for pre-order. I mean, I guess that's nice, but it's probably getting canceled.
Next up, we got some Mark Truex Jr. diecast to go along with all the JGR cars. We got his Bass Pro Shops throwback, which is a throwback to his 2004 and his 2005 Xfinity Championships. It's about damn time they made this into a throwback. I must say, I'm definitely going to be fanboying over this car because this is the moment I became a Truex fan, when I followed him in those years when he drove for Chance 2 Motorsports. So, great addition. I'm sure any of you longtime Truex fans are going to remember this car as well. The bandwagons probably might not know too much about this car, but we'll probably know who the real Truex fans are if they know the meaning of this paint scheme. So, just saying. We also got a Sirius XM car that he won at the Richmond race. Finally got that short track win, so heck, took him long enough. I mean, he almost won Martinsville, but we saw what happened, so it is what it is. But yeah, this is going to be a nice car to get as well, along with his Dover win. We also got to talk about Mark Truex Jr. getting it done at the Coca-Cola 600. He's done it again, guys. He is a two-time winner at the Coca-Cola 600, and he drove it in style in a patriotic car, guys. So this is going to be a nice car to get, and it's going to have a lot of cool damage on this car as well, considering that he cut a tire with this car and still won the race. So definitely that's some great talent right there. It's either great talent or those dang Chin Toyotas. Oh man, I'm already exhausted and we're already halfway done, guys. Whew, this is gonna be like me running a mile after this. Man, this is like record-breaking stuff we're breaking right now. Guinness World Records. I'm waiting for my check. Next up, we got John Hunter Nemechek's number 23 Romco Xfinity car. This is another nice addition to go along with the Nemechek diecast, but they haven't been selling too well, so it'll probably get canceled. But there is a pre-order button, guys, so click it away. Now, here's the other GMS driver I was talking about. If you guys guessed it correctly, it is Brett Moffitt, guys. We got some more Plan B Sales cars to be talking about. We got his PlanBSales.com truck. That is available for pre-order in both scales, exclusively at Plan B Sales. And we also got his Ride with Brett Moffitt car, truck actually. It's the Patriotic Veteran Scheme, which is really cool. You guys can actually pre-order this at Plan B Sales with a $25 donation, and you guys can get your name on this car. So that is going to be really cool. You'll probably see Mr. OBB on there, since that is a really nice looking truck. And plus, you know, I love supporting the veterans, and Plan B Sales, you know, you can't beat them. They are the best when it comes to diecast dealers. Next up, we also got William Byron's Liberty University Patriotic car. A way better looking car compared to last year's. Last year's, you know, I think they kind of half-assed it, to be honest. Some more patriotic and throwback cars to be talking about. We got Michael McDowell's number 34, loves Travel Stop's patriotic car. And God almighty, this car is amazing, guys. Especially if you guys are a big fan of that camouflage that the Army has, or that's what they used to have back then, since he went to digital camo now. My God, this paint scheme looks amazing, and the American flag right on the side just looks awesome. I mean, I think the hardcore Army fans are gonna love this car. Too bad it's not sponsored by the Army, but really, really nice looking car, guys. I definitely love this car. I mean, so cool that they did this for the Charlotte Motor Speedway race. Really nice. Next up, we got Matt Tiff's number 36 Trinity Surface sunscreen schemes. So, you know, those are some of his longtime sponsors that stepped into the Cup Series. So, really cool. I mean, a definitely unique paint scheme, I will say. I mean, feels like a lot's going on, but definitely different. And you can see they're definitely using up that space very well where the playoff emojis are. So, very creative scheme, I will say. Hopefully, they'll make it on MOQ. And here's the last throwback I gotta talk about for the Stewart-Haas racing cars. I know it's not Kevin Harvick. We don't know what Kevin Harvick's throwback is yet. Maybe it'll be a throwback to his 2014 championship, since you know that is the Stewart-Haas. Since all the Stewart-Haas cars are doing throwbacks to all their championships. This is gonna be Daniel Schwartz's number 41 Haas throwback, which is paying a throwback to Tony Stewart's second championship in the Cup Series, which is 2005, and it's a shame that Eris didn't took this sponsor, because, you know, Eris with orange. So I'm surprised that Haas actually sponsored them. I mean, I don't even see Eris on this car at all, guys. So that's kind of concerning, to be honest with you. Yeah, I mean, besides it being on the B pillar, but I mean, heck, for a loyal sponsor like Eris, you would think they would, you know, show up on this car. since they've done a Tony Stewart throwback before with Carl Edwards back in 2016. So I'm a little disappointed that they didn't do that, since, you know, I think they've done that pretty right. But the Haas scheme doesn't look too bad. I mean, they got the font, and they even changed the logo to look like the Home Depot without getting a copyright. So very mad props to this scheme. It looks pretty damn accurate, and I will give them that. We also got Kyle Larson, number 42, Advent Health card that he just won at a very exciting All-Star race, guys. I mean, can we talk about that All-Star race, guys? My God, that was such an interesting race, guys. Even the Open was exciting too, guys. I mean, I was on the edge of my seat, guys, and this was after I watched qualifying for the Indy 500. I mean, that was such a great weekend, guys. I mean, you can kind of get an A, man. That was such a great weekend back in the month of May. Oh, man. Too bad it's all over now, but this is definitely going to be a pretty big hot seller, since Kyle Larson has had a lot of struggles lately, especially these last few, especially last year and the beginning of this year. So this was a good feel-good moment. Hopefully we're going to see this car into victory lane very soon at a race that does matter. But, you know, Kyle Larson got that $1 million now, so that's a win-win. Plus he's guaranteed to be in the All-Star race for a few years now, so that's really cool. So heck, maybe we'll go for the $2 million next time. We also got his Clover car that's available for pre-order, so I mean that's a nice looking scheme as well. Hopefully you can find a 4-leaf Clover and get lucky with that car. God Almighty, Brian, you really gotta stop with these puns. I mean, one of these days you're just gonna. Oh, I don't know anymore. We got a few more left, guys, and I'm almost out of breath because I still gotta do cancellation after this. So I might be partially dead after this segment, guys. So bear with me. We got Bubba Wallace's number 43 U.S. Air Force car. Same scheme as last year's, but you can't go wrong with it. A really nice scheme. We also got Bubba Wallace's number 43 Victory Junction scheme. A brand new paint scheme and new sponsor for Bubba Wallace. Really cool that the Victory Junction decided to sponsor a NASCAR, since it's been, you know, such a great not-for-profit organization for the Petty family. Especially this was dedicated to, you know, Kyle Petty's son, Adam Petty, so really cool that they actually put that sponsor on there, so really nice. Plus, it's good to see Bubba Wallace get some sponsorships, since, you know, he's been struggling with sponsorship lately, so this is really good to see Bubba Wallace continuing to run after the 600, since there were rumors that he was not going to have a ride after the 600, but that was false. I mean, he did ran Pocono with this car, so he's planning to run a few more races with this scheme as well, so this is good, man. And man, guys, can we talk about Ross Chastain? We got 2 truck pre-orders up for pre-order, guys. We got his True North card that he won at Kansas. Yeah, Ross Chastain just won at a truck race at Kansas. That was a surprising win, guys. Really surprising. I mean, I didn't think this car was gonna make on the pre-order list because, you know, this is such an underrated truck and with such an underfunded team as well. Didn't think it was gonna happen, but somehow it did. And even better, guys, even better, this is available for pre-order in both scales. So don't hesitate, guys. This car is going to look really nice. And speaking of another nice truck, we also got his Florida Watermelon Association car. Yes, we finally got a Ross Chastain Watermelon diecast available for pre-order. And it's available for both scales as well, guys. So, guys, we've been asking for a watermelon car for so long. This is the time, guys. This is the time. If you want your melons, get this truck on the pre-orders, guys. Get it done. Get it done. We also got Thad Moffitt's number 46 Transportation Impact ARCA. This is available for pre-order as well. Another ARCA diecast, but you know this car is available for pre-order in both scales. But remember, last year it only got made in the 124 scale, so maybe it'll happen like that again, but who knows? I mean, there is sort of a demand for ARCA diecast, so we'll see. We also got Jimmy Johnson, number 48, Ally Patriotic scheme as well. Really nice looking throwback. Well, not throwback. This is I think this car's a throwback now. Oh man. But this is a very nice patriotic scheme, guys. I really like the camouflage in this. I'm a sucker for camouflage. You know, the 48, I mean, I think there could have been like a darker outline where the white is, because it's a little hard to read the 48 in the Ally sponsorship. But you know, it doesn't look too bad. It doesn't. I mean, I'm just saying that because I love camouflage schemes. That's like, you know, big weakness for my part. But yeah, I think that there could have been like, because it is, you kind of have to squint at the car a little bit to really see the number and the sponsors. So seems like Ally just can't really get a good paint scheme right, guys. I mean, I know the Ally financial card, the original card, has grown onto us, but this one's not too bad. Just wish it was a little easier to read. Next up, we got Alex Moment's number 88 Patriotic car. Very sleek looking car, guys. Very sleek. I like the two different finishes that this car has on it. You know, it's really nice looking, guys. I think this could be a great diecast to get for sure. I mean, the Patriotic schemes, I must say, for all the Hendrick cars, have been looking very nice. Although I'm very disappointed that Chase Elliott did not get a Patriotic car, guys. Very disappointed. That was a big missed opportunity. I guess that had something to do with Napa because they didn't do one for Alexander Rossi either, compared to last year's. But yeah, and last pre-order to be talking about, as I feel like I've been talking like for an eternity now, we got Ben Rhodes' number 99 Carolina Nut Truck. So yeah, this, like I just mentioned, all the other ThorSport trucks have been available for pre-order, and a lot of people were wondering when, you know, Ben Rhodes was going to show up. I mean, Christ's sake, we got Myatt Snyder before Ben Rhodes, and Myatt Snyder's just a part-timer. So glad to see that happening. I mean, this paint scheme's starting to grow onto me, but I don't know, guys. It does look a little tacky, but since I am a fan of Ben Rhodes, and yes, if you're wondering, that is my favorite truck driver because he is from Kentucky, and we rarely have any Kentucky drivers in NASCAR, so glad to see I'm cheering for somebody who's in my home state. So, and feel free to comment below if you guys are Kentucky natives as well. So, and if you guys are wondering where from Kentucky I am, I'm from Fort Campbell, guys. Fort Campbell, Kentucky, home of the 101st U.S. Army Airborne. So, get it done, guys. But after all that talking and instigating and everything else in between, that wraps up on your pre-orders, and now let's get on to the final topic of this episode, which is the cancellations. This is the turning point of the episode, and this is where everyone's going to literally lose their crap. Hopefully not. So yeah, feel free to turn away if you guys want to. Well, clearly don't, because there are a lot of interesting cars that are on that are in the cancellations. I mean, some of these weren't really predictable, so some of these are actually pretty surprising. So, like we usually do, guys, let's go in numerical order and let's get this going. So first one up, no surprise right here. It's another Michael Annett car. It's number 1 Allstate Parts and Service Group Xfinity car. This has been canceled in both scales. I mean, are you honestly not surprised, guys? When it comes to this, when it comes to the Allstate car, the Pilot Flying J, and the Transportation Impact Scheme, all those cars just get canceled. Those are just, you know, the typical Michael Annett cars that always get canceled. So I'm honestly not surprised this car got canceled. And we could probably move on because, God almighty, I've lost count how many times this car has been canceled before when he drove the 5 car and when he drove in the Cup Series. So nothing much to say right there. Not surprising. Next one is Kurt Busch's number 1 Global Poker car. This has been canceled at every single scale. 124 Elite, 124 ARC, and 164. That's a shame. That's a big shame. I really do like this car, guys. I mean, Kurt Busch has had a lot of really interesting paint schemes this year. I didn't think we were going to get that much considering, you know, with the Monster Energy sponsorship that he has. Yeah, this car is very basic. I will say that, but, you know, would look really nice. It really would. Man, guys, I mean, this definitely is a big disappointment for sure. And when he first drove this car at the ISM Raceway, I was like, man, that's a nice scheme. I wish we could get that in the diecast. Well, we did, and we lost the bet, guys. So this was actually one of the most recent cancellations that just happened. I think this just came in on Monday, guys. So by the time I upload this, it'll be Wednesday. But yeah, very disappointing. Next up, we got Tyler Reddick's number 2 Pinnacle Financial Partners Xfinity car. This has been only canceled in the 164 scale, so the 124 ARC has been officially declared. It has made MOQ, and it will be made, so that's a good sign of relief. But yeah, we're not going to get a Tyler Reddick 164, guys, from what it looks like with this car. I mean, very interesting paint scheme. It's probably not my favorite scheme for Reddick. Even though Tyler Reddick, I mean, let me say this, guys. I mean, I know I criticized Tyler Reddick last year when I said, oh, he's not the real champion. You know, guys, after what I've seen so far this year and how much of a savage he is on Twitter, Tyler Reddick, man, he is a freaking badass, man. And this paint scheme is pretty cool. I mean, I think it's a little underrated, but it's cool to see Tyler Reddick kicking butt in the Xfinity Series. he'll probably get screwed out like Christopher Bell did last year, but he's been staying consistent. That's been something that Christopher Bell lacked last year. So who knows, guys? Maybe we'll... Tyler Reddick, man, he's definitely one of your big threats for the championship, but it's too early to tell. I mean, I don't want to say that P word right now that NASCAR likes to say a lot. Oh, we gotta get ready for the playoffs. Man, I'm getting so off topic, but yeah, back to this car, guys. It is disappointing, but you know, it's a very underrated team, so, but at least the 124 got made. Next up, we got another 2 car to be talking about. I guess you could say that's 2 for 2. Haha. We got Brad Keselowski's number 2 Wabash National car. This has been only canceled in the 124 Elite and ARC. So actually, I mean, I think this is the only car that the 164 has only been made, guys. That's really odd. I mean, I didn't, usually, I mean, 164s usually the easiest ones to get canceled, but this car will be made in the 164 scale, guys, so that's pretty cool. That's going to go along with the Ryan Blaney scheme that, yeah, he has a Wabash National scheme as well, so really nice looking car. A lot of people were excited that this car got made on the 164 scale, so really cool, guys. I mean, it's probably be on the base, but yeah, 124 collectors, you are definitely out of luck on this one. Next up, this one, I'm not surprised. I mean, when it comes to Junior Motorsport diecast, these 2 in particular, Michael Annett and Justin Allgaier, not surprising. We got his number 7 armor car. It's been canceled in both scales. Yet another year in a row, we have a Justin Allgaier car canceled. There's no hope, guys. It looks like only the Brandt car will be made every year. Forget about all the other schemes. Scrap everything. No helmets, no armor, nothing like that. Just make the Brandt car. That's just the logic we have with these cancellations. But yeah, disappointing. Pretty disappointing, I will say, even though it was pretty predictable since we've seen the armor car get canceled so many times. But hey, at least Noah Gregson's car didn't get canceled. Oh, I probably should shut my mouth because it might get canceled next time. Who knows, guys? Next up, we got Daniel Heinrich's number 8 Caterpillar 306 excavator car. This has been only canceled in 164 scale. So 124 collectors for the ARC and Elite are going to be in great luck because they made MOQ in both scales, but for the 124s. But 164 collectors, you're going to be out of luck, guys. And this is a really nice Caterpillar scheme. It's a shame that it didn't get made in the 164 scale. I did briefly mention this, but this scheme reminds me of those Bill Davis cars, the Bill Davis Racing 22 Caterpillar car that Dave Blaney and Scott Wilmer used to drove, guys. I mean, this car reminds me of that when they had the alternate schemes, if you guys know what I'm talking about. Not the original Caterpillar scheme, but when he had like different schemes for the Caterpillar car. This is what this reminds me of, guys. And it's a shame that this car didn't got it in because it looks really nice. I mean, they even got the red number 2, which is cool. But maybe we'll see in NASCAR Authentics. I mean, I'm sure Lionel's going to throw some Hemrick diecast in one of the waves eventually. Because, you know, people want some variety. So this might be one. Next up, we got Denny Hamlin's number 11 FedEx Office Texas race win. Only the 124 ARC has been canceled, guys. So I'm honestly not surprised. Denny Hamlin race wins usually don't sell too well, besides the Daytona 500 wins. But to see that the Elite only made it is interesting. Usually the Elites are pretty easy to get canceled since they're very expensive and they're not really worth it anymore. They're not true Elites. Same thing with the 124 ARCs. They're not true ARCs to my standards. I mean, man, 2018 and 2019 124s are not the same as they used to be. Why can't we go back to the ARCs that we had in 2017, Lionel? Just why? Ugh, man, I just don't know, man. No wonder the diecast market is dying. But anyways, back to this car, guys. This is a, you know, very meh car, I will say. I think they took the Daytona 500 car is a lot more exciting because, you know, it's a Daytona 500. But the Elite collectors are going to be happy for this, I guess, if you're a Hamlin fan. But not really much to talk about this. It was kind of surprising. I'm not really surprising. This one in particular, I was honestly kind of surprised since, you know, this guy has a lot of people have a love-hate relationship with this guy, but, you know, I thought it was kind of tacky that Lionel was gonna they decided to make a diecast to mark it off this sign off. But Darrell Walt, it wasn't enough, guys. Darrell Waltrip's number 19 Fox signing off car has been officially canceled only in the 164 scale. I mean, definitely surprising. I mean, there was like I don't know, part of me was like, is it gonna make it on the pre-order list? But I don't know, I'm sure, I mean, I know this ain't like a true diecast, it's a commemorative diecast, which not too many people are big fans of. And when you collect diecast, you want to see the diecast, the card that you saw at the track and get in the diecast form. I understand that, but this is a nice commemorative car to represent, you know, the legend himself, DW. I mean, he's been broadcasting for so long, and you know, it's finally his time to hang up, you know, hang up the voice for good. You know, he definitely has reached his peak. A long time ago, he has definitely reached his peak. He should have been retired by now. He's definitely lost his mojo. I will admit that. But in all seriousness, guys, it is disappointing to see this car getting canceled in this particular scale. But at least we're getting it made in the 124 scale, guys. So I guess that's a good thing for DW. I'm sure DW is going to appreciate that. So at least we tried, guys. Next up, we got Eric Jones' number 20 Sport Clips car. This has been canceled in every single scale. So this is a pretty surprising one, since we've actually got a lot of Sport Clips diecasts that have been released lately. Even NASCAR Authentics, ironically. But, you know, it's been a hit or miss with the Sport Clips teams, but this one in particular, not too bad. I mean, I'm glad they changed the paint scheme up compared to what they had originally this year with the blocks. I thought it looked tacky and very stupid in my opinion. Like, Sport Clips, man. They usually make some great schemes, but this one in particular, you know, a little better looking than what we had, but I don't know. I think I think just, I don't know. It's a pretty underrated card, if I do say so. I mean, unless Sport Clips steps up their sponsorship, I mean, maybe we'll get another Sport Clips car. But who knows? NASCAR Authentics might release this car, since they've been getting a lot of Sport Clips diecasts lately. So this wouldn't be surprising. Next up, this one, there was another recent cancellation. It is William Byron's number 24 Henrik Autogar car. 164 scale has been canceled, guys. Just like last year's Autogar car, guys. Even though I think this year's is a lot more better because it does not have that stupid white Twitter background emoji. God almighty, I'm not looking forward to the playoffs with those stupid things. But unfortunately, this car has been canceled in 164 scale. Such a shame. It is a nice basic paint scheme. And William Byron actually won the pole with this car as well at the... well, I know he won in this car at the All-Star race, but also he did won the pole in this at the Pocono race as well. So really cool. I mean, Byron started rack up those rack up those poles, guys. So I mean, it's only a matter of time we'll see that 24 back in victory lane. But it also has the iconic yellow 24. So I'm kind of surprised that that didn't make people buy this car a little bit more. But at least the 124 got made, but that is disappointing that the 164 scale got canceled. Alright guys, we are almost done. We got 4 more cancellations, guys. Are you guys ready? Hopefully, guys. Hope you guys haven't tuned out just yet, because still a lot of cool stuff to be talking about. This one in particular, my good friend Derek, you guys know him as Ganassi942 on Instagram. He's disappointed to see this car getting canceled, but at least the 124 scale got made, just like the Byron car. It is Jay McMurray's number 40 Cessna McDonald's last ride car. This is another car that has fallen under the 164 cancellations only, which is disappointing. I know I'm saying this a lot, but it would be one missed opportunity if Lionel does not release this car in NASCAR Authentics. I mean, they've made a lot of last ride cars lately. I'm still surprised they did not put Casey Kane's a throwback last ride into NASCAR Authentics. I'm still surprised. I mean, they literally released every single Kane car that we saw last year besides that car. So I'm a little nervous that we might not get this car, but I got a feeling we might. We just might, because this is a nice looking car, guys. Finally, after all these years, we got a Cessna McDonald's collaborative scheme. I mean, we've had so many chances to get this car made, and they finally got the licensing for it. And unfortunately, it wasn't enough for the 164s, guys. So, pretty unfortunate, but the Elites and the ARCs for the 124s have made it through, so at least we're getting a diecast out of it. Next up, we got Bubba Wallace, number 43 Worldwide Technology car. This is Bubba Wallace's main sponsor for this year, and unfortunately, we're not going to get it made for this year, guys. Pretty sad. So, I mean, even though we got a lot of other cool-looking pre-orders to be talking about, it's not looking good for the It's not looking good for the Bubba Wallace diecast, as this diecast was made last year. Unfortunately, it's not going to be made in any single scale this year. So, not looking good right there for Mr. Bubba. 2 more to be talking about, guys. I wonder what they could be. Well, we got to talk about Matt Dean Burrito, guys, and his NASCAR Heat Pro League. This was a big surprise. this card is not going to be made in the diecast form at all either. It has been canceled in the 124 Elite, 124 ERC, and 164. This car got butchered, and there were so many YouTubers, including Joseph Lombard, into a C4. You guys probably know that, but he was praising for you guys to pre-order this car, and you guys had your chances. A lot of people were telling you guys, anybody who's in the NASCAR Heat Pro League was telling you to get this car made so we can, support all the guys in the NASCAR Heat Pro League, like Joey Stone and all those other guys, and Diego, and those are the only two guys I know personally. But really nice looking car. It's a shame that it's not going to be made, guys. Really big shame. But who knows, guys? Anything is possible with NASCAR Authentics. I know that's a pretty cheap excuse of me to say, but that's why I like NASCAR Authentics. I mean, it's very unpredictable of what canceled cars can be in the waves. So who knows, guys? Maybe we'll see one of these diecast in one or two or maybe three of these cars in a NASCAR Authentics wave very soon. And to wrap it up on this episode of the NASCAR Diecast News with our final cancellation of this list, as we are now 50 minutes into this video, we are looking at Chase Briscoe's number 98 Nutri Chomps Xfinity car. This is yet another car that has been canceled at the 164 scale only. So my good friend Mr. Dillon is gonna really not like not having a 164 card being made. But at least you're going to get a 124 scale produced of this card, buddy. So that's cool. That's going to be a great addition to go along with the Roll Bowl win as well. But, yeah. I mean, like I just said on the other cars, this could be another car because that could be in NASCAR Authentics because we did got the 98 car from last year with Kevin Harvick. So, and plus we did get a Chase Briscoe truck released this year. His Eldora win. So, we might see this car. Feel free to comment below which canceled cars do you guys think will be in NASCAR Authentics Wave, or any other cancellations that happen on the few episodes that might make it to NASCAR Authentics Wave. I mean, heck, guys. But with everything in mind, guys, that wraps up the cancellations, and more importantly, guys, this wraps up this month-long episode of the NASCAR Diecast News. We just wrapped up everything that happened in the month of May, and hopefully we're going to be back in regular schedule, guys. Once again, guys, I appreciate you guys your continuing support of this long-time running series as we are... Next year, guys, we're going to be entering our 10th season, which is absolutely amazing, guys. And more importantly, we're about to enter summertime, and you guys know what that means. The live stream event is coming up, and maybe the Mega Diecast giveaway is going to make a return. Who knows? This is just rough assumptions, but feel free to tune in on the next few episodes of the NASCAR Diecast News. I'll give you guys more info about that summer extravaganza. But this has been OBB, the Diecast News Guy. Thank you guys so much for watching this fun-filled, jam-packed, extended, long-hour episode of the NASCAR Diecast News. And hope to be back on regular schedule for you guys very soon. But, yeah, I'm going to wrap it up here, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in another NASCAR Diecast News video.